Hi guys, welcome to the Realm of Astrology. This is your weekly astrology overview for the week of July 26th to July 31st. And before we begin, I also want you to know that I do daily video horoscopes every single day that I post on my YouTube channel. I also do weekly video horoscopes just like this one and monthly sunrise and sign horoscopes that you can watch on my YouTube channel as well. I also request you to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon before we get started so that you can be notified every time I post a video. All right. So this week we are going to see a few changes. Mercury is going to enter the sign of Leo on Tuesday. Now this can vary depending on where you're at the world, but generally speaking, it's going to enter the sign of Leo on Tuesday. And what is Mercury? Mercury is our thinking, it's our mind, it's our logical mind, it's communication, right? It's also a lot of little things in our lives. It's our immediate environment, it's our peer group, it's our siblings, it's our job, it's our health, it's our habits, it's our diet, it's our nutrition, it's exercise. So many things are Mercury, right? So when Mercury enters the sign of Leo, all these things that I just mentioned will see a shift in energy, right? We will see a shift in our thinking, in our communication, in our peer group, perhaps, how we approach our peer group, in our siblings, and how we feel about our immediate environment. Perhaps we even go through a change when it comes to our diet, health routine, or job, and how we approach those things. So in Cancer, we were very introspective about these things, right? We were thinking a lot about these things. We were thinking a lot about our thinking. We were thinking a lot about our communication, introspecting about it, assessing, not analyzing, that's more of a Virgo thing, but just introspecting about our health, about our routine, whether it's working, whether it's not working, basically going really within us to figure out all these things, right? But now in Leo, Leo is a very extroverted energy because Mercury is leaving Cancer and entering Leo. Cancer is very introverted. Leo is very extroverted. So now, and Leo is a sign that follows its heart, right? It's all about following your heart in Leo. It's all about doing what makes you happy, doing what you love. So when Mercury enters the sign of Leo, the sign of Leo will color all Mercury things. We will communicate more from our heart. We will, in figuring out our day-to-day routine, our diet, our health, our habits, we will say, this makes me feel good, I'll do it. Yeah, this makes me happy, this is the change I'm going to make. Yeah, this habit makes me happy, so I'm going to continue with this. All about your heart. That's what Leo is, doing what makes us happy. So all Mercury things will be colored by the sign of Leo. So we will approach our health, our habits, our job, our diet, our routine, our siblings, our peer group, our immediate environment with what makes me happy. What does my heart want? Do I like this environment? Does this environment make me happy? If not, then let's make certain changes. Let's brighten it up. Things like that. However, I do want to mention the sign of Leo is the opposite sign of Aquarius. And what's happening in Aquarius right now? Saturn is there, right? So overall, broadly speaking, Saturn is overlooking the sign of Leo, which means that yes, we will want to do things that make us happy, follow our heart when it comes to our communication, thinking, diet, health routine, job, health, etc. But Saturn is there, and that in the opposite sign, and this process of following our heart, of doing what makes us happy, connected to Mercury things, can feel restricted because Saturn has restrictions, right? It might be that we want to follow our heart, we want to change up the environment, but there's a constraint. Perhaps the changes that will make us happy are not possible right now. Simple thing like that. Or that's one manifestation, right? Saturn is not always restrictions. It can be. But it can also be that in order to follow our heart, we are asked to work hard. Saturn is hard work. It says, okay, you want to follow your heart, you want to do what your heart loves, but that will require effort. Are you willing to put that effort in? Saturn is there asking this. So yes, we, on one hand we will be following our heart, but on the other hand, with Mercury in the sign of Leo, it becomes important that while we follow our heart, we also keep in mind that it might require work and effort and discipline in order to make things we love happen. When it comes to our communication, thinking, social media, writing, all Mercury things, health, habit, routine, you know. Perhaps, for example, we adopt a new lifestyle change, right? That's habits, that's day-to-day routine, that's nutrition, all those things. So we adopt a new lifestyle change, for example. But Saturn is there, So it could be because lifestyle changes are not easy. Although we've adopted a lifestyle change that our heart has desired for a long time, perhaps waking up early in the morning, perhaps hitting the gym or eating healthy food, whatever it is for you. This is just an example. All that requires effort, right? So Saturn there is that energy saying you want these things are making you happy, but sometimes to make ourselves happy, we need to work, we need to be disciplined. It's not easy to make a healthy lifestyle switch. So this is a perfect example of what this energy can feel like. On one hand, it's helping you, it's following your heart, it's doing what you love, but on the other hand, sometimes it feels difficult. It feels difficult to be that disciplined. So that's the energy shift that we're going to see on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, we are going to see Jupiter retrograde back into Aquarius. Now, Jupiter changed signs on May 13th, 2021. From Aquarius, it entered the sign of Pisces. Now, Jupiter stays in a sign for about a year, right? So, in Pisces, Jupiter used to rule Pisces, right? So, it loves the sign of Pisces. It works really well. So, from May 13th, Jupiter has been in Pisces. It retrograded in Pisces, but now it is re-entering the sign of Aquarius. Now, this is a shift in energy, and at a personal level, this means that Jupiter is most likely going to make a shift in the area it blesses you. Let me backtrack a little bit. What are retrogrades? Retrogrades are a time of review, right? They're a time of reprocessing the past from a different perspective. Retrogrades are also a time of karma. So in Pisces, Jupiter energy can be very spiritual and all those things, but in Aquarius, it is about authenticity. It is about our uniqueness. So Jupiter has blessed us in the sign of Aquarius. That's what Jupiter does. It brings blessings and gifts and rewards. And in the sign of Aquarius, on a general level, it does that towards Aquarian things, our uniqueness, our authenticity, science, technology, all those things. So again, we are going to start to review the Jupiter in Aquarius energy, which is about blessings and lessons connected to our authenticity, our unique self, science and tech, taking our consciousness and vibration higher. So this is again a shift in energy. And Jupiter prefers the sign of Pisces, to be honest with you. So we are going to see Jupiter in Aquarius till December of this year. And that energy is about reviewing, and it's going to go direct also. But that energy is about blessings, gifts to our uniqueness, and lessons as well. Blessing, gifts and lessons in connection to our authenticity, our unique self, science and tech, raising our consciousness higher. But this energy of Jupiter in Aquarius is not as beneficial or hopeful or expansive as Jupiter in Pisces, which it has been since May 13th. And Jupiter in Aquarius we also have Saturn in Aquarius right now. So Jupiter is going back in Aquarius. And that's another magnification of the Aquarian energy, which is about finding authenticity, which is about finding our unique self, raising our consciousness and science, tech, innovation, all those things. So on July 28th, we are going to see a shift in energy as well. And on July 29th, Mars is going to enter the sign of Virgo. Mars has been in Leo till July 29th, Thursday. And in Leo, Mars is about following your heart. It's about doing what we love. And Mars is how we take action. It's our courage, it's our willpower, it's our drive. So when Mars was in Leo, it was about taking action towards what we love, towards what our heart desired. But all that while Saturn was in Aquarius, opposing the Leo energy. So while we took action towards what our heart desired, we had the courage to work towards what our heart wanted and what made us happy. All this was sort of restricted. All this was sort of in the background. There was an energy asking us, you're taking action towards what your heart loves, but is there a long-term future? So there was that intensity that Mars was dealing with, that restriction that Mars was dealing with. However, in Virgo, that's not going to be the case. Mars in Virgo is going to be about taking action towards getting organized, taking action towards getting planned, right? Finding the willpower to get planned. Sometimes we don't even have that. But Mars in Virgo is planning, it's organization, it's analysis, it's getting things in order, it's cleaning up, right? So Mars, when it enters there, it will help us take action towards Virgo in a Virgo-ish manner, which is about planning, in a planned manner. We'll take action in a planned manner, in an organized manner. More so than what it was before. Okay, I feel like doing this. My heart desires this, let me do it. And then there was an underlying energy of, okay, I feel like doing this, let me do it, but is this for the long run? That was the vibe with Mars and Leo. But in Virgo, it's like, let me plan it out. Before I take this action, let me plan it out. That's the energy. And with Venus in Virgo, we are already in the energy, Venus entered Virgo last week. So we are in the energy of organizing Venus things already, organizing love, romance, business projects, partnerships, self-worth, value, skills. But Mars coming into the sign of Virgo will help us take action in getting those Venus things organized. It'll help us take action in getting, in how we are learning that skill organized, for example, or if there's a project or finances, it'll help us take action in getting our finances organized. So a lot of Virgo energy, which is about getting organized, getting planned, doing things in a systematic manner, rather than, I feel like this, let me follow my heart, I love doing this, let me just do it. No. Now it's planning, now it's analysis, now it's organization. So that's the basic energy of the week. So this week is a shift, a lot of shifts. Mercury shifting into the sign of Leo will shift how we approach Mercury things, right? Health, job, day-to-day routine, thinking, communication, social media, all those things. And with the Jupiter retrograde, that's going to bring a shift as well, because from Pisces, it's re-entered the sign of Aquarius. And then on Thursday, with Mars entering Virgo, this will magnify the need to get organized, the need to plan, the need to analyze and do things in a systematic manner. So that's all the energy for the week. In this week, I'm not going to break all this down for the sun sign or the rising sign. All this is already broken down in my monthly sun rising sign horoscope video. So you can watch that to know the energy of this week, because I talk about all this in that video as well. So I don't want to waste your time by going over these things again, right? So I'm going to keep it at this. I'm going to keep it short, and I will pick a card for the day, and then for the week, and then we'll end the reading. Okay, something's flipped. It says Treasure Island. And Treasure Island is usually something, that we find, and it's a once in a lifetime thing. It's a treasure island. It's rare. It's full of gifts. So in some way, I think this week, no matter how it feels, in some way it will take us closer to our treasure island, whatever that might be, our own treasure. So it'll help us move towards that. Perhaps getting organized will help us do that. I'm going to pick one more card. Okay. Unfinished Symphony, and this card falls out so often. It has been falling out so often, and I think this week is a reminder that whatever we are working on is unfinished. It is not finished. it is work in progress, but at the end of that, there is a treasure island waiting for us. So no matter how this week feels, just power through it, continue working, continue building, because we are in the building phase. If you watch me regularly, you know we are in the building phase for our new life, which will last 2 years. This building phase in 2021 is the more intense time for that, for the laying of that foundation, right? And at moments when we are building the base for something is the hardest thing, right? Because we still don't know exactly what the outcome will be like. We may have a basic idea, but it's not very visible. It's the undercurrents right now. We're building. We don't know whether what we will build will truly stand, or whether we are building also. Sometimes the building process is so subtle, but we are building our life that will stay with us for at least the next 20 years, and we will continue to build for the next 2 years. And this week is a reminder that all that work is still unfinished. We have to continue, but at the end of that, there is something positive in store for us. So that's all I'm going to say for this week. Do hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, and I will see you in one of my other videos, the dailies or the weeklies or the monthlies. Have a great week. Bye.